Good morning, guys. Breakfast today is going to be some cream of wheat. I have 1 cup of cream of wheat here for, well, 1 cup cooked for 3 smart points. I have 2 tablespoons of PB2 out here for 1 smart point, and I have some unsweetened coconut for 0. I have just a splash of unsweetened vanilla almond milk for 0. Then a banana, working on some water, and I am brewing some coffee. So I didn't wake up feeling very well today, so I figured today would be a good day to take some soup to work. So I was supposed to have roasted vegetables and roasted chicken, but I thought that probably is not going to go over very well with how I'm feeling. So I just have some Progresso light chicken soup. I have the full can here for 4 smart points. I have some vegetables. These are, let's see, I have cucumbers, radishes, carrots, and celery. And then I have 2 tablespoons of roasted red pepper hummus. I have some peach yogurt, a clementine, and an apple. So this will be lunch and snack today. Good morning, guys. Well, not even morning, it's afternoon. So I didn't jump on here this morning. Well, it's because the morning went a little bit crazy. I had to, well, I woke up not feeling very well at all. I knew I was getting sick. I knew it. My tonsils are really swollen and killing me. So I have just way too much work to do that if I stay at home, I'll just be thinking about the work. So I just wanted to get in there and get things done, which I've been getting a lot of work done, and I think it's just because I'm not feeling well, so I am focusing a little bit more. I don't know, or just one of those days, I guess. Anyway, so last night when I was editing, I went to go edit a video that I am posting on Saturday for a collab, and my intro completely got messed up. Yesterday I had so much trouble with my videos. When I exported them from my phone, they were all like intertwining with each other. Never ever had that happen before. The weirdest thing. And I didn't even think about the intro video because I already had it in a different folder. And so I deleted everything off my phone after I finally got everything all straightened out, and I forgot about that one. And so last night when I went to go edit, I realized it was gone forever. So I had to refilm that intro this morning, and you know, I really didn't have time to do that, but I really need to get the video done. So I went ahead and just redid that this morning, and so I just didn't have time to pop on, and it was just, then it was 30 degrees this morning, and it was super foggy, and it was kind of like an icy fog, and so I just didn't even want to, you know, didn't feel, because it was so dark and everything, I just didn't feel very safe to try to get on here and talk to you, and plus I was just trying to run and hurry up and get ready. So that was my morning. Only thing I've eaten today was just like half of the breakfast I showed you. I didn't eat the banana. I ate about half the cream of wheat. And then I've had a few mints this morning, but you can have like 8 of those mints for like 1 smart point. So, so I've had like, I think 5. Anyway, so that has been my morning, and I haven't eaten yet for lunch. I'll eat when I get back to the office if I feel like it. So anyway, I thought I would come on here and answer some more questions. I am on my way. I'm going to go to Marshall's again. This time I have a list, so I should be a lot more focused. And then if I have time, I'm going to head over to one other store. Our dishwasher seemed to have broken this morning, and so I think just to make our life easier, I'm going to pick up some paper plates. So I have one more store I want to go to. But I do have to pick up milk after work, so I can always get it at that store too. So no big deal. Anyway, I missed Lisa Harris's question yesterday, and I felt really bad. So, Lisa, here is your question. She says, what do you like to do to relax, and what is one of your favorite movies? So, really, the only thing I really like to do to relax, I mean, I really enjoy planning stuff for YouTube, and that is kind of my new hobby. But as far as relaxing, I like to read, and I just haven't done it as much because I've been trying not to, because really the only time I can find time to read I like it when it's quiet to read, and so I just like to do it usually before I go to sleep. But I've been trying to get up so early to do my workouts that I have not been reading in bed before going to sleep, and I want to get back to that. So I just need to start going to bed earlier and get back into reading, because I have a ton of books. Now, when we go on break, I can probably get a lot of reading done. I used to read about 60 books, usually about 60 to 70 books a year. I used to set a goal on Goodreads, and that was usually what I did. I usually did about 5 to 6 books a month. So I do miss that. So that is what I do to relax, is read. And one of my favorite movies of all time is Grease. I don't know why, I've just always loved that movie. I really love I have such a wide, like, what is the word? I can't think of the word. My head is so fuzzy today. But I really like a wide variety of type of movies. Like, I even like my husband does not like these movies, which is odd because he's a man. But, like action type movies like Mission Impossible and, those kind of movies. Like, I like the superhero type movies, all the Marvel and DC comic, like, movies that they've made into movies, you know. I like all those. But I love musicals, so I think that's why I love Grease so much. That is definitely one of my all-time favorite movies, all-time. I can watch it over and over again. But I like anything that has like a musical, like, you know, theme to it. I also, one of my new kind of loves lately with movies is definitely the Disney movies that they've been making into live action movies. And I just love those. And maybe because they have singing in them too all the time. So I don't really watch the animated ones much because I don't have any children, young children. But the live action ones, I love those ones. And I think it is mainly because of the music aspect to it. I really like that. So there you go, Lisa. Those are your answers to your questions. I'll answer one more real quick because I'll be pulling into Marshall's here in a second. Raven Soul asked how old I was, and I am 43, so I am not young. It was not hard for me to turn 40. It was very hard for me to turn 30. I don't know why, but I really kind of had a almost mini, like, freak out panic attack when I turned 30. Like, again, I have no idea why, but I did. But when I turned 40, maybe because I already had that, you know, freak out at 30, I had no issue turning 40. So I just turned 43 in October. Okay, take 2. I kept getting text messages, and my car tells me I have a message. Anyway, I was just in Marshall's, just got out of there. I found a few things for stocking stuffers. That's right now my focus, and it's so hard to not, like, try to get stocking stuffers for everyone, but I need to focus on the ones I need to mail. So sometimes it's really hard to focus on things like that. I was going to go to 2 stores, but it's already 12:50, and I have to be back by like 1:05, and I swear everybody is in full force Christmas shopping mode. So it is so busy. So there's no way I could do quality shopping right now. So I think this weekend I have to find time in between everything else to Christmas shop. So that is going to be the plan. I think I can't. My dog goes to the groomer at 9:30 on Saturday, so I can't even, like, leave super early to go grocery shopping because I have to bring my dog with me. So anyway, I'm going to answer some questions. I will figure all that out later. Weight Watching Mama, I'm going to answer her question. I'll probably only have time for that question because hers was has a few of them. So she asked what state I live in. I live in Oregon. I live in Southern Oregon. I live in a pretty rural area. The town I live in, it's about 25,000 as far as the, you know, the city center. I live actually in the outlying area of the town, so I don't technically live in the town that's my zip code, if that makes any sense. I live in a district outside the town, and we have about probably, like, I've heard, like 5,000 in the area I live in, but I work in town. So anyway, that was a long drawn out answer. She also asked, what do I do for a living? So I work at an education service district, which provides services. The long story short, as far as what we do,
we provide services to the school districts. Our county, even though we only have about 100,000 in our entire county, we have 14 school districts. So we provide services to 13 of the 14. One of them is on the coast. We live about an hour from the Oregon coast. And one of the districts is kind of, I don't know however that happened. For some reason, part of our county goes all the way over to the Oregon coast, and the coastal ESD handles the services for that school district. So we do for 13. I work in the HR department, so the Human Resources department, and I am an HR specialist. So I do pretty much everything from, and then we provide services, Human Resources services to, I believe we have 8 contracts with 8 different school districts, because our school districts are so small that they can't afford to hire an entire HR department or an entire fiscal department. So our fiscal department also provides services to the school districts as well. And I think they have the same 8 that we do. So some of the things that I do personally is I write all the contracts for all the teachers for all the districts, plus our own districts, our own agency. So we do new contracts every year. So I do that. I watch all their licenses. I do all the new hire. I have to do new hire orientations with all of our new employees, plus some of the districts. We do orientations with them, just kind of intake with their paperwork, but we do almost all that electronic now. But we are communicating with them. But I can't really even tell you everything I do, but it's just a lot of little things, mostly has to do with employees, so employee relations type work. I've been in this department since September of 2016, so for those of you who have been around for a while know that I worked previously still at the same agency but in a different department, and that was in the early learning department, and I was an administrative assistant. I just wanted a different, needed a different environment, to put it simply. So I applied for a job. We do have to apply for jobs that are open inside of our agency and interview and go through the whole process. And I did apply and I got the job. So this is where I am at. And she also asked, what was your aha moment that made you join Weight Watchers? So this is a little bit longer question, but I think I have time to answer it, or longer answer, I should say. So to put it short, a short story, back in 2010, I was diagnosed with, I think it was 2009, 2010, something like that. I was diagnosed with my thyroid issue, and I had to get on medication. Well, in 2011, the company I was working for 13, almost 14 years, sold. I was general manager for 3 hotels, and the owner retired, and he sold all of his hotels. So I found myself without a job, without health insurance, without a lot of things. And so I didn't, and my husband's job at that time did not offer health insurance to family. So I quit going to the doctor and quit getting my medication for about 1.5 years when I got my job. And then I didn't have insurance for the first 3 months. So I did not go back to the doctor until February of 2013, when I went and I weighed, and I was 280 pounds, and I was blown away. I just didn't have a scale at home, so I had no idea, and I hadn't been to the doctor in so long that I was just floored. So at that point was when I kind of started a weight loss journey. It wasn't until February of 2016, though, that I did start Weight Watchers. And the reason why I went on Weight Watchers is because pretty much my entire life, I always did some kind of yo-yo dieting. And that was the same even when I started in 2013, when I really started seriously with my weight loss journey. I feel like I've been on a weight loss journey forever, but when I seriously considered it, and at first it was just, counting calories and tracking food, and I would lose weight. Then I briefly did Atkins, but I didn't really do the keto program, but I did the Atkins program. I did the HCG diet, which I do not recommend because I feel like it really screwed up my metabolism. I just did a bunch of different dieting, and then lastly, right before I started and I would lose weight, then I would gain weight, then I would lose weight, then after I quit that program, I'd gain it all back plus more. So it was just terrible. I was really terrible in my body. And then I found YouTube in 2016, and I saw all these people on Weight Watchers, and I don't even remember I was watching YouTube before that. It was like beauty videos mostly, but somehow I came across a Weight Watcher video. It was just one that was recommended or something, and I watched it, and then I found more through that video and found more through that video, and found this whole new world, basically, this community. And I realized that I had heard of Weight Watchers, of course. I mean, everybody has, but I never really thought about much of the program itself. And I just started looking more into it and realized that I wanted to do it. At first, I tried doing it without actually purchasing the program, as many people do, or subscribing to it, whatever, being a member, and it just did not work for me that way. I really need that accountability, I think. And so anyway, so here I am today. So that was kind of my aha moment when I realized how much I weighed. And I think with Weight Watchers, the reason why I went to that was because I felt like it was more than just losing weight. I felt like the focus is on changing your entire attitude about food, your entire just being healthy in general, and that's what I wanted to do. That's why I did the calorie counting and the macros and that kind of thing, and just tracking food, because that was putting the responsibility on myself on what I ate, not by somebody giving me a food list. Like on Atkins was like, you could only eat these things. Weight Watchers is different in that way. Yeah, sure, you have points for everything, but it's forcing you to change your attitude about food. I have no issue with any other diet, whatever works for people. I understand a lot of people need to do that lower carb food because of just their body, and that's why I really feel like you want to listen to your body. And that, as what I feel like Weight Watchers has done for me, is it's made me listen to my body, and so far it's working, and I like it, and I like how it's just, I guess, again, just making me change how I feel about food and how I feel about myself and in general, and just being a healthier me. So that is kind of, I hope that it answers your question. So that was Jessica from Weight Watching Mama who answered that question, and she has a YouTube channel, and you should go subscribe because she's doing Vlogmas right now, and she is doing N for Nurses. I don't know her real name, but it says N for Nurses, her channel. Blue Dot Challenge for the month as well. So go check out both of their channels. And that's going to be it, because I have to get back in there. It's 1 o'clock. So good thing I didn't go to the store, because that's how long it took me to get back here. So anyway, I will pop on after work just to say bye. And these other questions I will answer in tomorrow's video. Hi guys, I am on my way home from work. Thank goodness. Actually, today at work was one of the better days that I've had all week, but I just feel terrible. I have to go in tomorrow no matter how I feel, at least to get our board of directors packet out, because that's one of the duties that I am filling in for. So I have to at least get that out, but I was missing one report from one of the administrators, so I have to get that in, and then we'll see how the day goes. Oh my goodness, and to top that off, for some reason, I am like, I could feel that I have a lot of fluid retention right now, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm not feeling well, because I've been drinking water, but not like a whole lot, because it hurts really bad to swallow. But I have been drinking, just not anything different than normal, not any more, not any less than normal. So just my usual, about 80 to 96 ounces. I mean, that's what I've been drinking. So I don't know why I have so much fluid retention. Must have something to do with my body's whatever. So I'm really nervous about weighing in tomorrow, but I'm gonna weigh in no matter what happens, because I want a good starting point, because my new plan starts tomorrow. So but I I honestly, because of the holidays, and I know like this weekend there'll be taste testing going on with all the Christmas baking I'm doing, so I figure, you know, I will be doing, like I said, doing some taste testing. So I know I'm not going to be 100% on point for the rest of this month, just with little things going on, things at work going on and all that. So I'm not going to be able to really tell a true test of this new plan until January. But once January hits, it's all on. I mean, it's on. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. But I'm still really excited for the new plan. I did come up with so many ideas, and I need to work on my meal plan still. But as far as tomorrow, as much as I'm excited about the new plan, I really don't have, like, since, you know, all my shopping was already done before I knew a lot about the plan, I'm not going to be really doing a true, like, freestyle what I eat tomorrow. So actually tomorrow, as far as video goes, I'm just going to do just the normal Vlogmas. I'm going to do weigh-in, or my normal Friday, I should say. I'll just do my normal Friday video. It'll have weigh-in, and then I have kind of similar to the tips that I did the other day, only it's going to be something else, and I'll do that, and just take you along on my day for whatever it may be. I don't know. I may be at home. Who knows? We'll just see how I feel and how the day goes. As far as dinner tonight, I really just, I mean, I don't think I can eat anything solid. So that soup actually was really good at lunch. I don't have any more of that soup, but I do have one more package of that Trader Joe's wonton soup. Actually, one of my friends went up to Trader Joe's, and I told her how much I liked that soup, and she brought me back a couple. And so I do have one of those in my freezer. So I may do that because the wontons in there are really super soft. So that may be dinner, and that's 6 smart points. And I think that the broth and all that would be really good. I'd hate to eat soup at lunch and at dinner because it's not soup I made. So the sodium is going to be really high. But I'm already like, and I didn't even drink the broth that much at lunchtime. I just ate because I was actually hungry. So I ate, but then I had like this much broth left in there because then my throat started hurting really bad, and even the broth was like, I was not having it. I just remembered, literally just remembered when I was getting ready to get off on my exit that takes me right to my house, that I have to get milk. So I have to take the other exit. So anyway, I am just, yeah, I just don't feel good. I hate being sick, especially right before a super busy weekend, and I want to do shopping. I was really excited to go shopping at lunchtime today for Christmas, now that I kind of have a, you know, goal in mind of what I want to do, even if it's just stocking stuffer stuff. I mean, it's really fun for me. So tomorrow at lunch, I really planned on doing some good shopping. So I think I'm still going to do that, and just go from there, and we'll just see how I feel tomorrow. Just everybody pray for me, cross your fingers that I'm going to be feeling better. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening.